Welcome to Flash Tutorial 74 Slot Machine. When you have completed this series of tutorials called Slot Machine, you'll have created this game. You can make a bet. You can have as much values as you want for these accounts and these bets. I'm going to bet $10. When I bet $10, this goes into the pool. This is what I'm left with. I then roll, and all these tumblers roll at random. And I have none the same, so I lose my $10. I can roll, go back, make another bet, $10. Now I'm down to $5. There's $10 at stake. I roll. Because I got these two right, I get my $10 back. If you get these two right or these two right, you'll get your money, your bet back. If you get all three right, you'll get 5 times your bet back. If you get the one and the third one right, you'll get double your money back. That's the way I have it, and you can make that any way you want. If at any time your pot goes below 0, it'll let you make that one last roll to get your money, like a grace roll. But if you lose, it'll say you lose. If you go above a certain amount, and in my case, just to test it out, I set at 30, and it'll say you win. So if you stick to it and do these tutorials, this game is what you'll have created. Selecting a new FLA, Action Script 3, I'm keeping my default settings, and the first layer here I'm going to call Window. This tutorial will move along reasonably quick. Down here in my fill, the last time I used it, I had an alpha of 0, so I got to come up here and change it to 100. I want a no fill, and I want a red for my stroke. Selecting my rectangle tool, open my properties panel, and making sure that my stroke is 7. I want a fair size stroke. Pick up my rectangle tool, making a rectangle. Pick up my selection tool, highlight it, and over here I'm making sure that the size of this rectangle is 120 by 80. I'm making it in my scene so I can see it all. Highlighting it, getting that crazy arch there, right click, copy it, right click, paste in place. Using my arrow keys, I'm just moving it over a little bit, put a little space between them, right click again, paste in place, again with my arrow keys, and trying to get the same spacing without being fussy. Select them all and put them in the center horizontally, and I'm going to put them up a little bit high like that. Now I'll copy one of these. I probably already have it held in my copy, but I'm going to select one, get that onto it, right click, make sure I got it copied, open my library panel. Don't worry about these yet. Make a new symbol, call it Window, WINDOW_MC, and I'm going to paste in place, and I'll find it in a minute, that window. There it is. While it's highlighted, I'm opening my alignment panel. Make sure line the stage is on, and vertically and horizontally line it so now it's on the center of my stage, and I'm just going to make sure I'll call it Window. Open my library panel up, and you'll see I have 4 other movie clips, and I'll just show you what they are quickly. Now let's look at this movie clip I got called Cherry _MC. All it's in there is a cherry. Grape _MC, just a grape, and the orange is just the orange, and the 7 is just a 7. And What's important about these is that none of these, for example, if I highlight this 7 and look at my properties panel, make sure that the width doesn't exceed 72 and that the height doesn't exceed 63, or they won't fit in the window slot. And in each case, I went to my alignment panel and centered them to the stage. Back to scene 1. Open the library panel, select a new symbol, and call this capital PULL capital W 1 underscore MC. Pull 1 underscore MC. We're inside of that movie clip now, and call this layer window. Make sure it's selected. Open the library panel and drag that window and roughly center it on stage. Lock that layer. Insert 4 layers. Call one grape. Next one call orange, cherry, and 7. And the order I want them to be in, I want orange to be on the bottom, then the cherry on top of that, and the grape, and actually I want the 7 to be right down on the bottom. So there's the way I want them. Make sure all of my layers are locked. Select the grape layer, select frame 1, open the library, and drag that grape in and put it inside that box. Now, it doesn't matter vertically where you put it vertically. That's up to you. I make sure that it's relatively centered. But what we want to do is, let's lock that grape, unlock the windows for a minute, the window layer, and I'm concerned now with the horizontal setting. So horizontally, it's on 0. And we may as well make it 0, 0 then. There. So we have it actually centered to stage. Go back to our grape layer, select it, align it, center stage. There, it's very good. Lock that grape layer. Select the cherry layer, which is the one below it. Open the library. I'm going to close my. Open the library panel and bring in the cherry. And put the cherry right. I didn't select the layer. Select the layer. Bring the cherry right on top of it. And all that really matters here is the horizontal alignment, not the vertical. As long as it's not down here and as long as it's not touching here, put it here, and then open your alignment panel, and this one here will align it horizontally. Close that. Unlock the orange one. Bring the orange in. Stick it above here somewhere. Doesn't matter the spacing here at all, as long as it's centered horizontally. And we'll do the same thing for number 7. Bring that in. And align it horizontally. I'm making my stage size slightly smaller so I can see it all, 50. I'm unlocking them all, locking the window layer, so I have all my symbols selected. Getting the crosshairs, right click, copy, come down, paste in place, and now using my arrow key, I'm moving that up. And again, the spacing here is not overly important. Just make sure you just use the up key so they're all vertically aligned. Unlock all the layers. If I click on that top window, hold my shift down and get the bottom one, I'm selecting all those layers, right click, copy those layers. Open your library panel, new symbol, pull 2, PULLW2 underscore MC. Okay. Come here, right click, paste those layers. And when you do that, it keeps this extra layer. Just put that up top for now. Follow me. And here, all we want to do is lock that layer that we just, that blank layer. Lock this Windows layer. Come down here, right click, select all. And using that arrow key, bring it down so that the cherry is in the middle of that window. Copy all these layers from the window down. Hold the shift down. Copy these layers. Open another one. New symbol. PULLW3 underscore MC. Paste those layers in and bring it down till the, select all. Make sure the window's not selected. Make sure these are unlocked and move it down till you get to the orange. Now you're going to do it, make a PULL4 and do the 7, and I now have a pull 4 for number 7. So if you follow that, pull 1 has the grape in the square, pull 2 has the cherry in the square, pull 3 the orange, and pull 4 the 7. Now you're going to make a movie PULLW5 and a W6 and a W7 and a W8, all underscored MC, and 5 will be just a duplicate of 1, 6 will be the duplicate of 2, 7, 3, and 8 would be 4. So let me do 5 with you. New symbol. PULLW5 underscore MC. Okay. That's going to be the same as 1, so I'm going to open 1 up. Select the top frame. Down to the bottom, hold my shift. Copy all these layers. Open that PULL5. Right click, paste in the layers, and put that layer on top. And that's the same. So do 2 the same as, do 6, do a pull 6, a pull 7, and a pull 8. If we look, I now have a 5, which is the same as 1, 6, which is the same as 2, 7, which is the same as 3, and an 8, which is the same as 4. Now you're going to make a 9, a 10, and an 11, and a 12. 9 being the same as 1, 10 being the same as 2, 11 and 12 the same as 3 and 4. I'll do that and return. I now have 12 different PULLWs. Go back to scene 1 and insert here 12 layers. Put that make sure that window layer is on top, and start from the bottom and label these PULLW1 all the way up to W12. I have those 12 more layers added. Make sure all the layers are locked. Start with layer 1. Select layer 1, unlock layer 1, select frame 1. And put this over here to the far to the left so I can open my library. And while I'm on the pull W1 layer, find pull W1 and bring it on the stage and line up the window using your arrow keys. Lock that layer and make that pull 1 invisible so we don't see it. Then put pull 3, pull 4, 2, 3, and 4. Put them all on this first slot. So I'll just show you the next one. For example, I have pull 2 selected, and I'm dragging pull 2 in here and aligning it there, hiding it, and I'm going to put 3 and 4 on here. 5, 6, 7, 8 go on here. 9, 10, 11, 12 go here. So there's 4 on each. Do that and I'll return. So now I have all my pull movie clips out on my stage. The first 4 here, next 4, next 4. Now what we got to do is one at a time select the layers and make sure we give it an instance name. So this is selected, this one layer here, and I can see it's highlighted. And when I open this properties panel up, it's a movie clip and it should be PULLW1_MC. I'm giving it the same instance name as the movie clip. Do all 12 and then I'll return. You can copy this and then when you do the next movie clip, paste it and just change the 1 to a 2 and so on. I have all my movie clips instance names done, so I'm making sure all those layers are locked. And now would be a good chance to just to look at it and see what it looks like, test it. And there's all those movie clips in a jumble. Now we want to make them roll. So I'll do one with you, a couple with you, and then let you do the rest on your own. Start with the W1, pull W1. Lock the Windows layer. Skip a layer and click here, drag it down, right click, insert keyframe. This Windows layer, let's take it up to about 12 for now each and insert a keyframe. We can always straighten that out later on. Go back to this frame 3 where we just inserted this keyframe. Come down, right click, select all. The only thing we're not selecting is the window because that layer is locked. And using your arrow keys, bring that down till the cherry is in the middle of that frame. Select this next frame, right click, insert keyframe, so it sits there for a little bit. Skip a frame, highlight them, right click, insert keyframe, arrow keys down till the orange is there. Come down, insert keyframes, skip a frame, come down, right click, insert keyframe, come down to the 7, and next frame, insert keyframe, and finally click down, insert keyframe, and bring it back down till the grape is here. Make sure nothing else is seen but the grape. Okay, so that one starts at a grape and goes to a grape. Open up number 2, pull number 2. I'll just do this one with you, then tell you how to do the rest of them. Pull 2, make sure all the layers are locked. Unlock the symbols. This one will start at a cherry. Bring the windows up to frame 12. Insert a keyframe and do the same thing. Skip a frame, insert keyframe, and bring this one down to there. And you're going to do exactly the same thing. Insert keyframe and skip one. Insert keyframe, bring it down till the 7's in there. Next frame, keyframe, skip one. Bring down the cherry, the grape rather. And finally, we're going to, on our last keyframe here, this one will stop at a cherry. Okay, before I leave, let's go back to number 1. Something else we got to do. Go back to number 1. And in here, just click down like this. Stay on the blue, right click, classic tween. Come here. You're leaving that one alone there. Get on the blue, right click, classic tween. Here, right click, classic tween. And here, right click, classic tween. And you're going to do that naturally to the rest of them. So do this for the rest of your pull movie clips, and I'll be back. Okay, now that we got that ordeal over, go back to scene 1, and let's just test this, and we see all these rolling, and they're rolling pretty good. I think this is a good place to stop. There's going to be a follow-up naturally. It'll be Flash Tutorial 75 Slot Machine Part 2. If you plan on doing it, make sure you save this FLA. Hope you learned something from this tutorial, and I hope you use what you learn.